Hello, everybody. We are going to be going through the new registration portal for the Parks and Rec Department to help you guys get a feel of how it will be to register for sports, for camp, for programs, and to use our facility rental software. So, the first thing you want to do is hop on your computer or your mobile device. Tyler Parks and Rec, which is the system that we use, our portal, does have some compatibility issues with some phones. So be sure that you test that on your phone before registration day so that you can be sure that you're ready to go to register for camps and programs. So, what do you do to start? So, you're going to go to an internet browser and you're going to go to clemsoncityrecreg.org. You can see that video right there to the right is doing just that. So we're going to go to clemsoncityrecreg.org. And it is going to pull up that main page of our portal. It'll look just like that. Once you get there, you will click sign in if you have an account. Some camp accounts have already been created. If you do not have an account, you would click on new account and then fill in your information. So I'm going to make a random account here. And you will notice that as we go along, the account will change, but it's not a big deal. I'm just trying to show you guys how to use the portal. So you're going to fill in your information as the guardian of the registrant or the registrant who is over 18 who is registering for a program, an adult program. So you put in your information. And then you're going to click next. Do use the email address that you can access because they are going to send you a temporary password to that email so that you can log into your account. Yep, that's where you key in your email. Please also note it does make it very difficult if you create multiple accounts because it can cause confusion in invoicing. So please be sure that you have one account for your entire family and that you don't have both guardians or multiple guardians with multiple accounts. And we're going to talk about how to build a family on the next slide. All right, so at this point, you've received an email from this portal giving you your temporary password. You're going to use that email address that you keyed in on the last step, and you are going to copy and paste that temporary password and create a new password for your account. It must have been a Monday. I was having trouble putting in my passwords here. We have to do it again. Please be sure you keep that password in a safe location. And remember that if you do forget it, that you can request password help through this site. All right, so now we have our profile and we are going to look at our profile here. So there's 3 buttons at the top, main, profile, and sign out. So we're going to go to our profile. We're going to check through those information and we're going to start adding emergency contacts and dependents. So you want to start with any other guardians that may be in the family. So in this case, I put me, Lindsay McDonald, that's my former name. And I'm going to add Isaac on here. Since this is a dummy account, he's going to be a McDonald. And his birthday, obviously not real. Some birthdays were entered as 01/01/2000 for any adults who were imported prior to camp. You can go in and modify that by going to this profile button and changing that. Do not put a grade, a school down for your children or your spouses. Those have to be manually changed. So just leave those blank. You can fill in your different selections by checking that box that says same as family member. So this is where we're marking Isaac as a spouse and an emergency contact. This becomes really important when we add our dependents, which is what we're doing now. So we're going to go down here. We're going to add our children. So I'm adding a child, Tori, and just putting a dummy birth date down, gender. Remember, do not fill in school or grade. Skip that. I'm going to select my daughter's, my fake daughter's information to be the same as mine. So I filled that in using the same as family member button. Also going to do that as the address. And this is a really important part. You're going to label that as your child, and you need to add emergency contacts. So you can see both of the guardians are there, and you can add both. You can add both as a number 1 contact. You can add a 1 and a 2 contact. And you're going to continue to do that for every minor that you may register. Even if you have a child who might be aging into a program, it is good to go ahead and add them in there. So if you have a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old, you can go ahead and add them in so that once they're 4 or 5 and they want to play soccer or do our programs, that they're already in the system. So once again, there are some things under profile that you can see there, invoices, and you can change all kinds of different things. You can also access the main site by clicking main and or our logo. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is register. You can register now, which is registering for open programs. You can request rentals. You can look at our programs and parks, contact us, or begin your Camp Clemson membership. So a basic registration is just going to have the Yoga for You, which is an adult program. We'll have things like soccer and basketball listed there. You want to look through that liability disclaimer, and it will be sent to you on your registration email, but you need to click that, look at the information about the program that is listed there, and then you're going to add it to your cart, which is that green button that says add to cart. Anytime you're adding multiple children, you want to add to cart multiple times. So you're going to add, and you can see there's a 1 right there by your shopping cart. Do not fill out the information until you have all of your cart loaded. But in this case, we're only registering 1 person. So we're going to go ahead and continue and fill out those custom fields. But like I said, if you have multiple children, you want to be sure to load your cart before filling this information out. So these are custom fields. You can also attach items. So when you do your Camp Clemson membership form, you're going to want to attach a photograph of your child. So that is where you would do that underneath attachment add. You're going to scroll down and you're going to click register now. It may also say pay now or pay later, depending on the cost of the program. And there we go. We've registered for Yoga for You, and we're going to be sent the liability information as well as a receipt for our $0 payment. Now we're going to look at the membership portion for Camp Clemson. So under the membership portion, we will have all kinds of information about the different camps that are going to be offered. You want to look through that liability statement and you want to check it and add that to your cart. So for each child who's attending, you want to add a membership for each child. And as you see here, if you try to select a user that already has this membership, it will tell you the user is already registered. So we're actually going to change this to me. But remember, you need to add to your cart before filling out these special sections of information like allergies and whatnot. So there we go. So user is already registered. So that means Tori was already a member of Camp Clemson, had already registered in the past. So here we go. We're going all the way through answering all the questions. And you're going to see here the membership cost or the registration fee is $40. So if we were to have multiple children in this cart registering them for camp, then it would be $80 for 2, $120 for 3. And if you do apply for a scholarship and get approved, it will automatically reduce that amount there for scholarships. So this section right here is really important where it says June 5 through 9 mornings. That's where you're going to select your option for camp. This is not your final invoice. This is your registration form. And then you will be given a final invoice in your email with all of those selections that you made. So we're going to process now and pay. This is what the payment form looks like. You'll go all the way through with your information and pay at the end there. Thank you guys so much for watching. We do know this is a new system and it's going to have a learning curve. So if you have any issues or any questions about registration, you can give us a shout out. Our emails are cmedeiros@cityofclemson.org or Lindsay Watley, which is lwatley@cityofclemson.org. Send us an email if you're having trouble. You can come into the office and register. Just please note that that does take a little bit of time because we will be keying that in on the back end. So do the best that you can to register at home for your convenience. But if you would like to come on in, we'll be glad to help you as well. I hope everybody has a great day and happy registering.